system. The CDC is advising that you stay in your home throughout all meals.
We show up. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody.
We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party.
We show up in the party. We show up in the party. We show up in the party. We show up in the party. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody.
We show up in the party, flyer than everybody.
We show up in the party, flyer than everybody.
We show up in the party.
We show up in the party. We show up in the party. We show up in the party. We show up in the party.
Never minded, never taking whatever you told me. I know what I could be, making emotion paintable answers. Tell me, is this what you made me?
Alright, hello everybody. This is a Highlander cast, and we're going to be covering the Week 8 official between Saturdays Are For The Boys and Trashcan Tyrants on Borneo. I am Michael, joined by Eternal.
Hi.
So, yeah, that's what we're doing. There are 16 in the server, so we shouldn't be too far off of this game starting. How are you going tonight, Eternal?
Yeah, pretty good, yeah.
That's good. Are you ready to watch some Highlander?
Yeah, hopefully this is a good game. These teams are being quite even from what I'm aware of.
Yeah, so I was taking a look just before, so both of these teams have 3 wins in the season, and there is a chance for whoever wins this game to make playoffs, depending on the results of some other games that are tonight. One of these teams could manage to tie with some of the teams in contention for the bottom half of the top 8. And if the tiebreaker goes in their favour, they could actually kind of just squeak in one of those last slots. So there is actually something on the line for both of these teams. One of the more meaningful games in this last week, so let's hope that it's good. So, right, looks like we're waiting on one player to join the server and then a few more to join into their teams, and then we should be good to go.
This doesn't look too far from starting. Hopefully it's close.
Yeah, but Highlander games. It's going to take 30 minutes for this last player to get in.
It's just TF2 in general.
Then they'll forfeit. Okay, so, do you know a lot about any of these teams? I personally haven't followed any
players, but I don't really know them as a team.
Okay.
I know Crybaby or Hitler has been playing since season 15, so he's quite experienced.
Okay.
Corner is a pretty strong demo, and Slab is a pretty decent heavy. Access is a decent sniper, but I don't know too much about the rest of the team. I know KL is an okay scout.
Okay. Right. I'm taking a quick look at the games that both of these teams have played through the season. So for Saturday for the boys, they've beaten X-Frags, which is the lowest ranked team. And then they've also beaten Semi-Joined Eyebrows, who I believe are second from the bottom. And then they do have a bye week, whereas Trashcan are running on a bye week, a forfeit, and then a close game against X-Frags. So they've only got one team that they've both played in common, and Saturdays for the boys certainly had a more convincing win against them. Do you have a prediction of sorts as to who's actually going to win this, or are we kind of going in blind?
Well, I think we're going in blind. I have no idea between these two teams.
Okay. Okay, well, if I were to take a guess from the games that I've just taken a look at, as well as actually the players on the team, I do think that I do think Saturdays for the boys might actually take this game, but here's hoping it's a close one.
Yeah, we have 18 in server. I think they're finishing off classes, so they should start.
Should be starting up pretty soon. Is there anything you're looking for in particular, Eternal, like a certain push, or maybe like a good defense that you want one of these teams to exploit?
I'm hoping for a good third hold.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think that's certainly going to be important for these teams. I do certainly, you see a lot of newer teams, they do struggle a bit with that second hold, because they'll, put up a decent time on first, but then kind of get rolled through second. And you'll see a lot of really good defenses get made on that third point, just holding up top, maybe, controlling the left side a little bit. But we'll see what happens as we're still waiting on one person to join into spec. One of the teams is ready. So, just while we're waiting, let's actually talk about a few of the other games that are happening tonight. Sadly, we didn't get to cast all of them, so one of the other games that's happening is a game between Duck and Dwarf and Aim on Point. So for Aim on Point, they're a team that, since the beginning of the season, has been looking quite strong, taking out a few of those teams in contention for that third and fourth slot. And I believe that game would have gone into Aim on Point's favour. They've been the stronger team kind of throughout the season and have a lot of experienced players on the team. So that would seed them into third going into playoffs, winning the tiebreaker against a few other teams. And then you've also got another game against Semi-Joined Eyebrows and Yeet Street Gang, which is another one that's a bit interesting because it's Yeet Street Gang, which is currently tied 5th along with 7 other teams that are all on 16 points. And it's actually looking like they should win that game. Just in terms of the ranking of the teams, they should, in theory, come out on top, which will put them into a good position going into playoffs. It should seed them around 5th or 6th. Which means they will actually avoid playing the top 2 teams and quite possibly play Aim on Point, depending on where they sit. So that'll be a good win for that team to pick up, because right now they're actually not in contention for playoffs. And yeah, for the other teams, we haven't had a game played so far this week. The 4 games that are being played tonight are all going to be the first games that are played. Right. So, do you have any, are there any matches that you're actually looking forward to in the playoffs, Eternal? Like when we break out of the weekly stage and get into the top 8?
I'd actually say our teams, Sanctum and Atomic, that could be a good game coming into playoffs. Like during whichever week was Badwater. I've forgotten already. But that was quite close. There's a lot of other teams. I think Aim on Point will also put up a good fight against Atomic, maybe, and some of the other top teams.
Yeah, I think some of those games could be good. I'm personally looking forward to the second round of the losers bracket. I think the elimination games there are going to be quite close, because that's going to be a lot of the teams that lost their first week games. So you're going to be looking at maybe the 5th and 6th ranked teams versus the 3rd and 4th, if it goes the way people expect to. And this season especially, you'll be looking at teams like Aim on Point, like Sanctum, other teams, maybe Sixbo might be in there, possibly also Crippled Airlines. A few teams like that. I think some of those games could be really interesting. Bring it into a best of 3 where the teams get to play on maps that they're comfortable on, instead of just kind of hoping the luck of the draw when they get those closer matchups during the season. So I think some of those games could be really interesting and kind of set a tone for coming seasons.
Yeah, I think that's like the thing, especially with this season. A lot of the weaker teams are going to be a lot closer because they all seem like new teams, like they haven't come over from UGC or played like with each other before. So, and they've always been quite even, and all the middle teams in the main season have always been quite close from what I've noticed.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to see some of those games go through. And then obviously, one game I know a few people will be looking forward to will be Atomic versus Pandas. I don't know if many people saw the result of that first week game, but it was actually one of the higher level games I've seen played in a while. It was 3 halves. Red Pandas did end up coming out on top, but in terms of, I obviously played in it, probably have a little bit of bias towards Atomic, but in terms of the quality of TF2 that was played both on Atomic's and on Panda's side, it was generally pretty good. I believe all defenses and offenses were really quick. Both teams managed to pull some momentum. So if you bring that into a best of 3, both people probably expect it to be for the upper bracket final. We'll meet at some point, but that game could be quite good. And that's one that, hopefully will get casted, providing that, we have the people to do it. And, so we're looking to start up pretty soon. We are just having a few issues with the STV right now. So, hopefully we shouldn't be waiting too much longer. It's actually, one of the rare times that a Highlander game is being delayed, without the cause being any of the teams itself. So, hopefully these technical difficulties shouldn't be going for too much longer.
Yeah. One thing I've actually been wondering about this game is, I don't think a lot of lower level teams do it, especially in Highlander, is... on payloads especially, is Ubering a scout. I don't think that's actually done in a lot of the lower teams. I know a bunch of the higher up teams like to take scouts in on Ubers, but I'm not sure if these teams would do something like that.
Yeah, I think it definitely, comes a lot into that mindset of, you've kind of got that combo in Highlander. You've got your Pyro Demo Heavy Med. You've got that solid 4 players, you kind of just ball them around the map wherever you want your team to be making that main push, and your scout kind of stays out of it. But especially, going a few years back to the buff to medics healing scouts where they match the movement speed, it's really made a lot of, changes to how you can use scouts and Ubers, and being able to have the medic, kind of lead the demo in, have the demo go quite far forward, and then have the medic quickly catch up with the scout. It really opens up a lot of things, especially on these open maps like Borneo, where you've got a lot of really long-range sightlines where a medic, can be forced quite early or might need to pop early just so they don't drop their demo or anything like that. It's, a change that at the time certainly stirred things up a little bit and opened up a lot more opportunities for teams to get creative.
Yeah, definitely.
I think another thing that I'm looking forward to on this map is actually seeing how the Pyros play, seeing how they position themselves. I'm taking a look now. It looks like for Trashcan Tyrants, it looks like they're going to be running Shadow on Pyro, and then for Saturdays for the boys, currently Meow is on Pyro, but she might end up playing Pyro, but they do also have a Porcupine playing, who I believe is normally their Pyro. But they're currently swapped around, so we might see either one of them. But I would say honestly, I don't know much about Shadow, but I would expect it might be quite even. And just seeing the way that those Pyros can play against the Ubers, of the other teams. You know, on a map like Borneo, you've got so many places where the Pyro can be really effective in denying an Uber completely. You know, if they're trying to push over the wall on second, or even just like around it along the ramp, you can see a Pyro just completely deny an Uber, you know, push a demo completely off of the ramp into the low ground and, you know, get a free pick, roll that into a, you know, pushing the other team back, getting Uber advantage. I think things like that, you know, one of the big things I'm looking forward to in this game is to seeing how, you know, how classes on both teams play against the other team's Ubers. And seeing, you know, how players can stay alive and kind of kite Ubers if they maybe don't quite have it or if they're in a bad position to pop it. Okay, so for a quick update on what's happening with the server, there was an issue with the STV for the first server that we were on. So we've just swapped over servers now, and it looks like we should be good to go. The string is just being sent out to all of the players now, and we should be up and running in the next few minutes. So, okay, we have 16 in the server right now. One more's just joined, so yeah, we should be getting started in the next few minutes, and then we can take a look. Oh, yeah, one is spec, so 17 in server. Should be started pretty soon. So we discussed it briefly before, Eternal, but do you have, like, you know, any prediction on who might win this game, or like if it's going to be a close one or a roll? What do you think?
I think Saturdays are for the boys that are going to come up on top, but I'd like to see this go to 3 maps. It would be very interesting.
Okay. Okay. Well, I personally think that Saturdays for the boys will take it as well. I think they might edge it out 2-0, but I'm hoping the Calves will be close, but I do think they'll win it 2-0. Unless Trashcan Tyrants do, you know, surprise me with something, I don't see them getting it to a third round. So we have 18, I know one team's rated up, we're just waiting on that other rub, and we can get into this game.
And the player has timed out, so here comes the technical issues.
Okay, is he already back in spec? I think he might be. Hopefully it shouldn't be too long.
Oh, he's already back in. Hopefully this will start.
Perfect. Okay, let's hope this gets going soon. Okay, and they've read it up. Perfect. Okay. So, here we are. Just to repeat again for anyone who's joined us since we started up, this is Saturdays Are for the Boys versus Trashcan Tyrant. Two teams that are sitting towards the lower half of the, you know, overall ranking, but a win for either of these teams could mean a spot in playoffs, depending on the results of other games that are being played tonight. So, you know, neither of these teams are going to be wanting to lose. They both want to pull out the win here and see if they can edge that final spot. Okay. Now, what are we seeing here? We have blue team running your standard Uber, and I believe red is also doing the same. Yeah, we've got both teams on Uber.
I'm interested to see where Red Sniper's gonna hold, actually.
He's already scoped up behind the rock, kind of watching through that main area, so unless he's trying to play mind games with the other sniper, he looks like he's going to be playing it pretty default. And so Trashcan Tyrant on red team on the defense looking like they're leaving the house area pretty much open. They have one scout over there, although they've rotated a few players over there right now, but they've left their med. And wow, okay, so that is for the boys coming out with 3 pretty quick picks, getting half of the combo for Trashcan Tyrant and getting some of their players quite low. They've had to back up behind their sentry, which actually, speaking of it, just goes down to the spy. So this is looking like it's going to be a pretty fast push for Saturdays for the boys. And I would be hoping that Trashcan Tyrant's going to try and get their medic out without using Uber.
Looks like they're staying in, though.
Okay. This is interesting. They've gotten a few frags. They got the demo. Okay, that's an interesting decision.
They got the force out, but the med's really deep in. He's gonna die here, or should at least.
Should?
He's
living, he gets out.
Wow.
Yeah, okay, so that's not too bad. He manages to just get out, but the heavy is quite low. They've given up house,
Take down
looks
the
like.
pyro blue.
And Access killing Mr. Pickle as he peeks a sightline. This looks like it's going to be a pretty convincing first push, unless the sentry and demo does work.
Med might die here on red. He's dead.
Okay, and yep, here we go. So that is Saturdays for the boys taking the first point in just under 2 minutes. Now we'll see if they can roll this into a second push. They do have 100% override.
Med's only just spawning now.
Oh,
Him.
speaking of Uberad, it's just completely diminished for Saturdays for the boys as a porcupine drops to the other spy.
The sniper of red has actually gone down to the spy as well.
Oh, we see Cogman going for the return frag on Access. He does get it, pistoling him down in the middle of the other team, but yeah, Trashcan really don't have a lot of people on the second point, but they are moving their gun forward to try and get it. That's a interesting decision.
Still quite even.
Oh, will Connor get the medic? The med's been pushed back on half health, and yeah, it looks like he will get out just fine.
There's a sniper fight happening around the car. Kioski is winning that though.
It looks like Blue has slowed down a lot after getting that second point, kind of sitting house, maybe wanting to get that Uber job. They are pretty close to having it, and it looks like they might actually catch Red off guard. Pushing through that lower area, but they're just standing there. They've used the Uber.
Pyro's dead.
And they've gotten the red. So Saturdays for the boys getting the meta trade out of the Uber, but losing a lot of players in the post. But it looks like they should be able to kind of edge this cut along. See if they can take the house properly, as Red does only have a sniper in there right now.
Cat actually going down to a spam rocket from K.
Oh yeah, I didn't quite see where that happened, but that is very unfortunate for Trashcan.
It was in the house.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a really unfortunate spot for him to get caught out, especially as a porcupine has just spawned for Saturdays for the boys. Although,
The med
saying that...
Saturdays are actually really good.
I'm pretty sure he got crit flare and he got his pack taken by his pyro. Oh, that is not what you like to see. He's regenning up just fine. And with the NG and the heavy down for Trashcan, Saturdays might be looking to push into house here. With
Enzo
this-
getting tad as well. That's
Yes.
the med dead again.
So they'll definitely be looking to go through here. They're taking the left
Yeah.
side up, looking to cut out other
Pushing this to
players.
full out as well.
I almost want to see them hold this Uber here. I don't want them to commit the Uber just to get the push.
Yeah, hopefully they can get the point without having to use. Demo actually dying to the
Does
sniper.
Med isn't committing, but yeah, okay. Med is staying out of the sniper sight line, which is really good. But they're pushing from an awkward angle. They do have people in front and behind.
There's just also the soldier and the sniper as well.
And you've got a fight happening in the left yard. Looks like both teams want to commit their combo to it. A lot of damage being traded with the heavy sniper and spy all going down for Trashcan. And, oh, Axis getting a very nice shot on the Tad there. That was a really clean shot from far left. And yeah, it looks like they're just going to roll this all the way through the yard area, forcing them back into house. Although, yeah, Saturdays have been forced in yard, so Ubers are going to be evened up here. Yeah, we're sitting on pretty much even. The time so far, 5 minutes pushing to third. It's not too bad. Although, yeah, Sync. Wow. Yeah, Sync walking right past the medic, knowing what's important. Possibly knowing that they are on even Ubers and going for the demo and the heavy instead of the medic. Okay, we're seeing some aggression off of that far right side for the defenders, just pushing their scout and soldier out there. And they've actually got a medic with them both.
What's interesting to me is the combo for red is actually holding top right, but the heavy is bottom left by himself. He's actually being punished for
Just
it.
died, yeah. And yeah, the
Gun
sentry
goes down as well.
Yeah, sentry's just gone down, and the cart is in last, but you've got a massive sticky trap sitting over that door. Hipster not wanting to go in at all. And I just missed that, but Porcupine's just gone down.
Oh,
He
I
just-
just no idea what happened.
Yeah, he went down just before to a spy, so not quite sure what happened there, but things may be
Scouts in for
stagnating.
blue, killing the NG and the gun again.
Things for Saturdays may be stagnating, as if they wanted to try and push in now, they'd have to defend. Sorry, they'd have to push against an Uber charge, which Trashcan has just gotten.
And
Although-
actually,
Nope. As I say that, casting curse. Trashcan's med just dropped, and
Enzo kills two.
Yeah,
Shows
two
full
against the
into an
gun.
entire combo.
wow, this is very interesting. 4v8 with spawn is coming up soon. If they can trap them in spawn, they might be able to finish this off. The spy trying to get kills on the cart, getting the soldier, the scout. Scouts are dueling each other on that right side.
The card is still just at the poles as well. Like,
Yeah.
This is doable, but they're losing too many players too quickly.
Yeah, they've got the heavy in front of their spawn.
Yeah, this is a cap here.
Yeah, that's
Pretty
that's
solid
an
time.
8-minute 39, not too bad. But it could have been a lot faster. We could have been seeing maybe even a sub 7 if, the blue team medic didn't go down as often as he did. He was, getting picked off quite a lot. Whether or not, sometimes it was the spy. I believe he did also die to the soldier in there once after they capped third. So just those things, taking a toll on the time of the Saturdays for the boys team. And we'll see what Trashcan Tyrants can do now.
This is a fairly doable time if they can get second in under a minute, or under 2 minutes, sorry. And that if they can keep the momentum going through to second, it is
Yeah.
quite doable.
Yeah, I think if they can get a similar time to first and second, maybe roll into a third push a little faster. Maybe, I'd like to see them after capping second, or maybe even before capping second, taking that left side house area and having the high ground into yard and just letting the cart push all the way through the tunnel. But we'll see what happens on this first hold.
Access is holding on the left side next to his gun as well. Like, he's got a clean angle on the right door.
And we see very similar setups coming from both teams. But this time, Saturday's gun is a little bit further back and completely open to the spy. The spy is going to result... Yeah, the spy got the gun immediately, while we also saw the red team lose quite a few players.
Yeah. What I find interesting as well is blue team's medic didn't delay walking out. He just straight up walked out right.
Oh, and they get forced on cart. We'll see what they can do about it. The Pyro is keeping the heavy out of the Super. That's the one bad thing about bringing a heavy into an Uber like that, is they will get denied.
Yeah.
And blue is paying for that push. They lose their med and their heavy. Demo looking like he's going to go down as well. Yeah. They lost so many people on that push. They did get the medic though. They got the medic quite late. The medic's on a really late spawn time here.
Heavy just go down pretty late
And they
as well.
might...
Pyro's
this-
on card, only person on card as well.
They could do something here. I do believe the telly's still up though, so...
Red... Telly is still up and there is still level 1 inside house.
Still in there, but no, they're gonna push through.
It's pretty solid time, it's like a minute 20. Access does go down
about
KFC
that.
though.
Yeah, they got a very similar time, about a minute 40. And with about 20% I want to see if they take advantage of this and, try to push up early. Good aggression onto the demo, forcing him back. And actually the NG and Med just going down for Trashcan Tyrant, not for Trashcan, for Saturdays or for the boys. Both of them going down, so we might see Trashcan make a good push here. They do have, they're gonna have 90% ad by the time Red Medic spawns.
If blue can get their aggression in now, they can easily take second. Their guns are just building now as well.
I think they're hesitant about the sniper. They don't quite know where he is, and he could possibly get a shot on
Demo
the Med.
might be dead here. Demo's down as well.
Oh, flank sniper. Can he get the drop? The Med doesn't know. Oh, and the spy catches out.
Cake does kill too.
That is actually good play by Sync. He was, for some reason watching the flank, but caught out the sniper. Quite possibly saving his Med, who was completely unaware. But Red nearly getting over. Blue team wants to look at pushing up here with their demo. The soldier putting in really good aggression, but yeah, just no follow-up there. They're not doing anything with it, and Ubers have evened out. And actually, yeah, Connor's getting quite aggressive into the other team, pushing them even further back than they already were. This is not looking good, but the cart
So
rolling
just in deep
back.
again, but does get denied by the gun once again.
Spy getting caught out as well on the flank by KL4060. And Blue was Ubered really far back, and yep, there we go.
Yep.
Exactly what I was talking about earlier before the game started. That Pyro just blasting both players off into no man's land. And Red didn't even have to pop for that. This could look like a really good hold for Saturdays for the boys. Actually, possibly looking at even taking the house position. Yeah, you've got Connor sitting quite forward, calling for his medic to come forward, and his medic's just sitting in the gun, not wanting to go anywhere to support his demo. You can see him bringing him a bit further forward now. Nope, never mind.
Never mind.
He
Might
might
actually
die
get-
for
he
this.
might- No, he's still
that's-
alive.
That
That's
is
very lucky on
way
his
too
part.
low. I think, yeah, the medic's not having any of it.
Tad goes down to Axis as well.
Okay.
Spy is currently butter knifing towards mid.
Okay, we've got Blue trying to push out of the house again, but really being locked back. Yeah, Blue really needs to punish Connor when he's pushing forward here. Surely at this point they've got to realise that his med isn't going to follow him out. All they have to do is 175, and you know, with how aggressive their soldiers wanting to be, it's not going to be incredibly hard to follow up off of the damage. Although we do see an attempt at a push coming out with the heavy going down. The Blues medic is committing to the cart without Uber and dies on the ramp. This is not looking good. I think at this point it's going to be really tough for Trashcan Tyrants to try and bring this back. They've got 2.5 minutes, just under that, to push all the way to last, and I think at this point if Saturdays for the boys lose second, they might not even bother with third. Just grind Uber on last.
They might actually get second here as well.
Yeah, they may play it a bit safer, just try not to get rolled back. Yeah, they're backing out of the house already.
They do get second, but I have no idea if it's possible to get lost in 2 minutes.
It's possible, but they would have to non-stop push the cart. Like, they would probably have to have 3 times on cart the entire way, and not get delayed at all. And I'm curious if Saturdays will hold third. They do have people, their combos pulling back into house. They nearly have the Uber, so they might stick around for it if they know they have that. Although, hang on. So, Saturdays for the boys are running quick fix.
It's an interesting choice of
Yeah, so they're running quick fix. They are getting some picks. Might lose the scout. He's very low.
They do have, and they're
Oh
20%
no.
out.
Oh man, Saturday's heavy nearly pushed through and killed the med. If he was running the minigun, he might have gotten it there. The Tommy Slab just being a little too low fire rate. But the demo and med going down to Connor, and he gets the sniper as well.
They're actually running
is
forward with
spelling
this
the
quick
end.
fix as well.
Yeah, this is spelling the end. 40 seconds left on the clock. It's typical timing out. Nothing is going the way of Blue Team right now.
Connor not noticing the pirate that just walked behind him as well.
Yeah, man, seems like Red has at least realized that they can't lose this round. Trashcan Tyrants getting halfway, little over halfway to third point. What am I saying? They nearly got a third, but it's going to come too close, and they aren't going to get it. So that is the first round up 1-0 to Saturdays for the boys. Seeing if they can squeak into that final spot in the playoffs, and I would say from the status of the tiebreakers, if Saturdays for the boys win it, they are definitely the more likely team to get into that 8th spot.
Yeah, definitely. Just looking at loads, like, Connor has 500 DPM and the other demo only has 341.
Oh wow. Yeah, that is a big difference. Sync actually top damaging on his team on the spy. But we all know how wonderfully balanced spy stats are.
It's interesting to look at the med stats as well. The medic for blue only used 3 and dropped once, and the medic for red has has one quick fix for Mediga, like 4 stock Ubers and then 3 drops, but still coming out on top. We're actually starting now as well.
Oh, that's good, getting right back into it. Just one other thing I do want to highlight here that, you know, could possibly be leading towards the success of Saturdays Are for the Boys is that the heal spread is one of the big things. So you've got Trashcan Tyrants who's giving most heals to their demo and then an even amount to their soldier and heavy. And as we were saying before, soldier, you normally see him playing on the flank a bit more, but he's actually taking more heals than the heavy. They're equal in percent, though.
Yeah, another thing I just noticed as well, Kate coming out on top with 29 frags.
Yeah, he was doing quite a lot on the flank and getting aggressive into the... But sorry, just to continue my point, so you've got the demo taking 23% heals on the side of Trashcan, with the heavy taking 18, Pyro taking 13, whereas on... Saturdays Are for the Boys, you have Slav taking 28, Connor taking 23, and then Meowie taking 18. The little more heals going towards the tank, possibly getting them that better time on offense. But
we've actually started as well.
Right into it with Saturdays For the Boys losing their flank and their spy immediately. He's shotgunning in front of their base.
Yeah, he took down the spy and the flank as well.
And you've got Slav dying in front of Blue Spawn.
Something I've noticed is both these heavies like to play really not with combo, more loosely.
Yeah, I've noticed that as well.
Sync is actually really far behind. He's on second as spy.
Yeah, maybe going for
he's
that.
Coming through house now.
He's going for the pick. He could get the med hit. He
goes for the engineer. He does get the med for you.
That's a questionable use by the med. Maybe trying to save the NG there, but not quite getting it in time.
At the same time.
Yeah.
But actually, die here to the soldier, but does make it out.
The Pyro getting a good reflect there, right in the doorway, locking him up.
Tad does go down to access as well.
That's good. They might actually stop this push with that. Blue losing most of their combo and the rest following. Yeah, this is actually going to be a hold for Saturdays.
It's a really solid hold.
Yeah. They brought that back quite well from being pushed back all the way to ramp on second.
It's actually a demo night out from Blue Demo. It's a very interesting play.
Maybe we'll see a demo night go for the snipe. Push up far left. Oh, he's there. He's on far left. Oh. He misses first melee, hits the second. No, and didn't quite get the sniper.
Dies to the heavy. Spiders go down to Mr. Pickle as well.
And yeah, we've got Fluorescent Brown trying to get aggressive, but not getting anything on him. And actually, Demo and Heavy going down for Saturdays for the Boys again. Cart's a lot closer this time, so we don't have as much time to play with in terms of getting those players up. This might be the push that Trashcan Tyrants are looking for.
There is an Uber out from Red though, but it's only on a soldier.
And
Blue's actually ranges as well. Heavy does go down to Enzo.
It looks like they're going to get this in. Scout on the cart. Nothing. Oh, Scout backs up actually. Reason unknown, but he's let the Heavy get onto the cart and stop the cap. That could have been a cap. But the Scout just got off the cart. Cogman. Maybe, quite possibly, you know,
maybe
losing
he thought
this.
He capped it.
He definitely would have capped. He got off the cart for a good 8 seconds. When there was no one on it.
Capped it already and then went to move.
Maybe, but
it's a 3-minute time for
yeah,
first. It's not
finally getting that first push. We'll see what they can do on second. Red having Uber ad, but only just getting a sentry up. They've got it on the flank where they don't have many players. Although Fluorescent Brown getting caught out by it, trading for the gun. And you've got the Demo Knight going in for the flank, dying though. And we have Saturdays for the boys just taking advantage of the high ground, looking over the stairs. Stairs, ramp, looking
Demo-
over the ramp.
Demo from Red actually goes down to Kaosuke as well.
Yeah, Koski
The
getting
heavy is
aggressive.
on the chase for the sniper.
Gets punished for it though.
Hipster does kill the spy with the Rescue Ranger as well.
Yeah, Koski making a really nice flank play there. You don't really often see snipers try and push that far forward alone. And he gets
Kaosuke's been
rewarded
playing
for it.
really aggressive as well.
But
Sniper is
speaking
looking
of
like
aggression, seeing some here out of blue, trying to get the gun on a soldier solo. Med is very committed. I don't think it's going to get out of this one. It'll be a miracle if he does.
He might actually live.
And
No, he dies to the heavy.
Yep. And again, not a lot of attention to the cart by Blue in that push. Heavy was standing on it, but he finishes that push on 300. Not really having a lot going the way
They're
of
actually
Trashcan.
taking a lot of aggression here.
Although Pyro on the flank getting a lot of damage onto the combo, killing the heavy. And you've got the spy for Red chasing the sniper. The medic knows medic gets one saw, medic gets two saws. The Ubers have just evened out. With the med getting two saws on the other spy. Red will get now, Blue will get in a few more seconds if their med can start healing someone. But
Cogman's actually
might
pushing
get
the card
found.
as well, and no one's noticed.
No
until
one's
it's capped.
stopping. Oh no. Oh, he's so close.
They actually pushed like
That
quite a
is
fair
such a
way
shame.
without them noticing.
Yeah. And we've got the solo Pyro Uber, but there's a Pyro on the cart who's gonna... Nope, the NG's gonna walk on the cart. He gets flashed. Hey, they finally capped it. There we go. 5:48 for the second cap, but Red's gonna come in and Uber. A little too late to stop the cart, but clean up on most of the players.
One thing I've noticed as well is Blue likes to take in a lot of odd classes, to say, like soldiering is a
we're
very
seeing
interesting
some,
play.
like, soldier solo Uber, Pyro solo Uber on offense is not something you see a lot. Red losing their gun, but it was only, I don't even think it was fully built as level 1 in construction, so he's already got that back up. And Red's trying something a little different, getting very aggressive on this hold. The Meowie getting a 2k with a reflected rock.
There's a demo behind with a
And he's
caber
got
and
the
a
cable.
shield.
Oh no.
There's a gun and he doesn't realize.
Oh no. He misses so many hits. And that's gonna let the gun's gonna get to level 2. You've got the soldier on the left hand side for Red. They are gonna, they're gonna take aggression into this house area. Telly dies. Demo does end up getting a kill on K. And actually, in the meantime, the NG for Red goes down and the gun goes down as well. But
Sniper down as well, and same with Soldier.
yeah,
For
too
Blue.
many people down on Blue to take advantage of that gun going down, with Red getting moved in a few seconds. Red poking out of house, looking like they might want to get aggressive while Pingers gets on to the Red Sniper, capering him. The caper strikes yet again onto another member of Saturdays Are for the Boy.
I'm surprised they're doing this well with the demo with the caber.
I mean, 540. We're looking at about an 8-minute time, I'd say. And that's if they cap it right now.
Still second with the demo with the
Got,
caber.
oh no, Pyro on the med. Okay.
No, Pyro's a fantastic
Just-
player. If you got the force, it wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, no, med got brought down to about 100. It's got
Gun
blocks away
is
by
being
his
built up
opposition.
top as well.
And sorry, how did KL4060 get the med?
What? Okay,
He got-
I did
he got
not
the
notice that.
The med, I just saw it in the kill feed, but how did that happen?
I have no idea.
That is so confusing. And a porcupine drops to the spy along
Then
with
proceeds to kill
his
the heavy as well.
and that is just after the spy killed the sniper in the door right next to where the med was staying. Maybe a bit of a lack of communication coming through, but that it is for the boys trying to get the force out. Oh, not the
Blue
force, trying to
actually
get the
has
kill.
had a level 2.
Yeah, had that forward.
Kale is still alive and behind their team as well. Might actually kill the sniper here.
Oh no, okay. Going for the red med, solo 29 health on Porcupine. And yeah, Shadow manages to sneak in that cat. With a very aggressive telly getting set up here by
Sniper
Blue.
does go down for Blue as well.
Yeah, we got a 9-minute push. Considering last half, it's not looking terribly great for Trashcan Tyrants unless they can pull out a defense much better than they had last time.
Corner is behind on demo. He's just killed 2 of them as well.
Yeah,
He
and the
forces the
med's
med as
forced.
well.
Med is nothing to use
Porcupine's
on.
still with their Uber as well. And he lives. The blue med's still alive.
Yeah, this is they have 7 minutes to push it, so I would. There is, you know, a good chance that they might be able to push it. They can't be letting things like that happen to them, Ed, if they want to try and get this last playoff spot. And you've got Red sitting quite aggressive, not even in last, holding the far right building for them.
They need to go for a play on the meds soon, otherwise they're just gonna get crushed.
Yeah, it's not looking
Speaking of
great.
which, Heavy is walking in, nobody's dead.
You got a Porcupine sitting in a corner. There is one spot where you could possibly see a spy get in onto him.
On top
but
of the box or something.
yeah, if he uncloaks on top of the box, he might get him, but he'd have to be very lucky. Although,
Connor actually gets dropped.
yeah, and the heavy isn't
The
there
Pyro
to
solo.
defend either. Although this will, oh no, the Pyro class doesn't go for the med. Very
No, Prudence
questionable.
is more important.
Very questionable there. Blue
Demo
med
with the
getting
cable.
up. Oh my god.
And he kills himself.
Blue med on 85%. This might be the push. Red med
Red
just
Soldier
spawning.
jumped. No,
Oh,
that
no,
soldier's-
not just
That soldier's dead. He lived for so long as well.
they've taken it back on the mid. That's
He's gonna be 55 disad as well. Sync does go down as well to the heavy slide. Combo of Red is actually looking really far forward on left.
yeah. They want to retake that position with the super ad, but Red heavy getting
Cosmic
taken
is
down and Porcupine's kind of stuck here. They need to keep this area. Oh, he's getting left behind. No one there to punish him. Soldier wasn't quite as close as he was before. You got Blue now, coming up on their Uber, trying to push the car through. And it looks like, yeah, the med's sitting a little bit further back, wanting to get that Uber. Getting it now, might lead this in on the Heavy. Yeah, brings it in, Heavy dies, and so does the gun. But Enzo coming in post, getting the med. That's a very good pick because Porcupine can just back into last very safely. Escapes the sniper sideline. Yeah, they are going to have a good add into this next push. Sorry, then this next defense. But the cart is getting through main. No one
Chaos does
contesting,
kill the demo though.
and the
Sync is on
spy.
fire, he's probably gonna die here.
Spy went for something, but is on fire. Gets caught out. And Trashcan just trying to edge in the cart from here on in.
Heavy is looking really far forward in main, just get picked off by the spy vendor.
We've got red coming up on the Uber now. Okay. And Enzo is trying to go for a play. He's found himself behind the medic, but gets the heavy and gets out. Yeah, that's about all he was
trying to
doing.
get an angle on far right.
Oh, Enzo
Spy
going to
is
stop
on
now.
him. Yeah, he's dead here to the spy.
Oh,
Never mind.
not quite what he was expecting there.
Yeah, I was not expecting that to happen.
And we've, after the force from both teams, you've got Connor going down to a spam rocket.
Soldier is in on last and is dead.
This is going to be a very good time. We're up at around 14 minutes now, with only 2 minutes left for Trashcan Tyrants to push it into last. And, well, Tad has just spawned, so it's not looking like there's a lot of hope for them to push through here. Yeah, Cogman trying to get the card in, but doesn't want to keep eating the spam of the heavy. As Sync goes in, gets 2 pretty decent picks. It's not going to be enough to allow his team to push in though.
Blue's demo still does not have stickies. He does have the lock and load though.
And maybe we'll see him dodge in, knock the medic off, and then just, get the fat medi. Gotta get at least 1 air shot in the game. I haven't seen
I want to
him,
see
so-
him pop him up with a caber and air shot him. There,
And,
no,
yeah.
you just out. This is looking like
50 seconds. They have time
Yeah.
for one last push.
they need to drop the med and push, but it does not look like that's going to happen. They actually have Mr. Pickle time
Reds.
out for like the 12th time this game.
Yeah. Red getting very aggressive, pushing out of last, trying to get picks. They've got the pyro. And they're going to get the heavy as well. They might find the teleporter. Oh, they're
Access
not going
nearly
that far.
dying to the lock and load.
Blue medic on 75. Gonna get Uber pretty soon, but they get the force off. Pyro does force, and this is a pretty good deny. A lot of the super went to nothing. Pyro dying at the end, but they aren't
Very
gonna,
aggressive at this one.
not gonna have in
Does kill
time.
NG as he walked out.
Oh,
They could get this.
they have the Uber as being flashed a lot. They need to keep someone unflashed to cap the card though. And the red spy gets the rest of the Uber. He got half of that Uber and stood on the cart. Oh no, this is. They might get it.
They might get it.
They
That's
got
an
it.
18-minute
The-
time.
That is 18 minutes.
Oh,
Oh, my
that's-
god. I mean, look, they capped it. You know, it's better than not capping it. The last minute push is better than the no minute push, but from what we saw in the first half from Saturdays for the boys, I don't see them making that many mistakes. It's just... It's, you know, a lot would have to go in the way of Trashcan Tyrants for them to pull this game out.
Mission begins in 30 seconds.
Now that lost cap has happened, it's actually starting to get really exciting.
Yeah.
Because this could happen either way. If they get a solid first hold and a second hold, it would be pretty good. One thing I just noticed as well, Red's demo, it still does not have stickies.
Oh no.
So this is a throw right here.
Not liking the odds.
3, 2, 1.
I think he's gonna go for something right out the door on the right side. And he goes for the engineer dies before he can even get there. But he is on the demo. And he died. Access will kill Chaoski as well.
Okay, and just...
Red team is just forced.
Oh, okay. Then they're on the cart.
The red medic
heavy.
just abandoned his heavy just
I mean,
midway.
that's not
But
terrible, but...
Yeah, but he ran right into their team to get to the
Yeah,
soldier.
no, that's...
And
the
now the
meds
soldiers
alone.
left him. People
It's-
keep leaving their medic.
Oh no.
And now he's been hit by a charge shot.
And they're being chased down. This...
And they need a move. Okay, that's
They're-
just sad to watch.
The demo... No. Oh my god. Are you kidding me?
He just owned the
just-
medic.
He halves the torch, drop the med,
Oh my
and he
god,
gets the
no.
demo. Please no. Oh my god, he gets the pyro as well.
I
No, he
take
doesn't get the heavy. The heavy's honor fighting him. The soldier wants none of that shit.
I take everything back about what I said, not having
crap.
stickies off. What the fuck that just happened?
What a god, dude. He drops the med, kills the demo, and the
I
pyro.
can just imagine what that team's comms would be after
Oh
that.
no. I mean, look, if you're gonna try and make the comeback, that's what you need.
So you boost morale.
But they're just, they have no denial on the cut. Pyro just getting there, but yeah, they've
Med's
capped first.
in.
Med
Oh,
dies. No. No.
No way.
He nearly gets it again. He hits the med twice. Oh my god.
Oh,
but
he
he's
does
played.
die to Hipster with the shotgun.
Thank god. Okay, so I have a refresh. I've refreshed the rankings, taking a look at the points as it stands right now. And just a quick update for those who maybe joined halfway through. So the winner of this game they had a chance of making it to like 8-6 for playoffs, so that actually be playing in playoffs. But after the scores of tonight's games have gone through, and from the results of tonight's games that have gone through, the only way that a team would have been able to make it into playoffs is if Trashcan Tyrants won 2-0. So that's actually, neither of these teams can get into playoffs anymore. But right now, it looks like they will be playing for that 9th spot.
So the winner of this will be 9th for the season.
Winner of this will be 9th, yeah, that's right. Because they would need to, they would need to make up quite a win-loss deficit to break even for the tiebreaker.
Access just owned Cogman and has found the spy as well.
And yeah, this is pretty much what we saw from the first half. They had about a 4-minute push into second. Although, the demo night for Red, he doesn't get the soldier, but they've got scout on cart the entire way through. Sniper
Not anymore.
goes and gets a shot onto him.
Casting curse.
Yeah, that's how it'd be. Soldier going for the blue mid? No, he gets out. And yeah, you've just got blue kind of really taking control of this half. Red medic dying to a revolver. It's not looking great. They're looking to push into house on the left-hand side now. Connor's waiting for his medic to meet with him. And Connor actually dies. Maybe not getting the word through to his medic that he wants to get the Uber charge. Become invulnerable. And the spy, yeah. Not getting a whole lot done there, but...
I just realized that, I think... Oh no, I read Crybaby as Porcupine somehow. I'm just really dumb. The energy is dead, so they can move forward.
Yeah, they're just kind of waiting a lot, standing in this doorway, but Connor finally goes through again, but... Okay, Porcupine finally commits with him, pops early, doesn't want to get dropped for the second time.
Gets melee.
And Connor taking the solo, but not getting a lot in terms of frags out of it. Gets a good bit of space for his team, which they might be able to use, but... Yeah, really not a lot. Connor dies in the post along with Meowie. And it looks like they'll actually hold house. This is the beginning of what Trashcan Tyrants
Porcupine
need.
just went down as well. And so does Tag.
Okay.
Works in Red's favor at least.
Yeah. You got both medics spawning at about the same time. Although neither are healing. Actually, Porcupine taking a very long time to heal. Spawning a good 5 seconds before Red Med, but ending up with like a... just below 20% over the set. And Blue going for the med again, gets caught out by the pyro, but Red Med... Oh, okay. Whiffing so many rockets, could have gotten the freest med frag of his life, but...
The med's still alive, he's on 60 health though.
Yeah, no, he took one rocket, but... Trashcan Tyrants getting aggressive into house again, taking that low ground. Seeing if they maybe can take that house area again. Try and make up this 11-minute defense that they need to...
gets denied and just juggled by flares.
Yeah. Yeah, 11-minute defense needed. Well, now it's yeah, they need to hold for the full 10 minutes and then stop overtime for 2 minutes if they want to bring this to
down
a
to spy. They do have full ad though on the side of red.
Yeah, they do have full ad. We're looking at about, you know, if somehow red managed to hold, then they do have 5 pushes probably if you take into account for just like the downtime and then building Ubers.
Spies
it's a lot of time. Spy is chasing the spy, chasing the medic.
Pyro's looking really far forward. Red Spy is on top of the pipes as well. Yeah, Axis does try to find him.
Knows. Oh my god, he wins the fight. He
yep.
starts taunting. Knows he's done. Blood enough a sniper and gives up his life.
Oh, Pokemon gaining kill Porcupine again.
Yeah, this is...
60% ad.
They're having quite a bit of issues dealing with this sentry gun that's sitting above the car. You've got their scout constantly trying to push in, but...
right into it.
Yeah, that's the 2nd or 3rd time he's done it, with Connor also going down.
Maybe he's trying to stop Cart from rolling back, I have no idea.
And still a long reach for Trashcan Tyrants, but... I mean, look, the first 2 minutes have gone well for them.
Sniper is really far in. Access does kill the NG. They're really far forward with the Super. Most of the Super is on a soldier as well. And Access just kills Tad.
Got the heal ad going into it, head down for quite a while. Gonna nearly have Uber by the time he gets up if they're healing right. Unless he... Porcupine getting hit only one. Yeah, Med's on 75. We're looking about an 80% ad here. And surely this is where Saturdays for the boys can push this in. Heavy's brought himself forward, getting a lot of damage onto the other combo, but he's got no one with him. Dies for it. And actually, Sync in that time gets Porcupine again. Porcupine dying at these crucial times for his team. It's just not letting him get any advantage.
The Demo Knight is actually on the sniper. After he kills the man, he might actually... No. Kale is killing his spy at the spawn as well.
Okay, now all Saturdays need to do is to keep them at alive. They need to make sure that no Demo Knight, no Scout, no Spy gets onto
Or the soldier, but he does get hit by the heavy.
They just need to make sure he stays alive here. They've got about a 50% ad that they can play with. The gun's in a much easier spot to spam out now, and you've got their Spy going for the play pretty soon.
Yeah, if the
Saps
sniper can kill the pyro as well. They got the demo. Soldier's getting aggro again. And the Spy gets the demo. It's not a bad pick.
Not a bad pick, but...
Ubers are getting closer.
Yeah, they're gonna... Okay, Blue brings it forward on the heavy, gets the gun, might get the pyro here as well.
Where's Red's mid? Oh, he has
Red's, yeah, he died in the midst of that to the heavy, got caught out there.
The Demo Knight is in on Rise.
Oh, no.
Let's see what his play is.
Don't tell me the Demo Knight. Okay, Demo Knight has backed off for now.
He's coming back.
Oh, he's done a fake out. He's going for the sniper. He gets him again. Oh, we nearly got the pyro. But they need to be on the card.
No
here.
way. He's on the med.
No. No.
One more swing.
And the Spy? The Spy. Oh no, this is... Yeah,
the
Med
soldier
dies.
comes in and kills him. That's...
Demo's gonna barely get out, 75
That soldier
health.
leaves. That soldier made it out as well. Mini is on left. People had not shot that. It's down now.
Things are getting real close for Saturdays for the boys. This is not what you like to see if you're, hoping that they win. They've spent 5 minutes in this yard now and just haven't been able to set foot in the house. Trashcan Tyrants actually setting up a good
pushing
defense.
his car really far forward. Does get taken down by the heavy of Mr. Pickle.
And Forrest and Brown getting aggressive again, getting the sniper. Maybe... he might get out here. He's got good health, but doesn't want to jump back into that gun. And will die to the heavy.
If he jumped to the left, he would have been fine. The Demo Knight is taken down by Slab.
Yeah.
Spiders go down to the engineer. Heavy is looking really far forward, but he's not with his combo.
Blues Ubered in, and Ray's just come up with the counter Uber. Scouts fighting each other on the cart, both end up dead. And you've got Blue pushing the cart in now. Only 4 up for Red. Make that 3-2. Demo Knight. If he was ever to go bigger, it's now, but no, that's it.
If only he had stickies.
If only. I mean, that was a pretty good defense from Trashcan Tyrants. They had a bit of a slow end to their offense. They had the first few points in a few minutes, but had that 18-minute time. They did bring it down to about 4 minutes left at the end, so, certainly a good effort by them, but Saturdays are for the boys will be taking this series 2-0. And that should seed them... It should seed them 9th. So they will just miss out on playoffs. But yeah, so that is really it for the night. Do you have any highlight players that you think really overperformed or really, did all they needed for the team?
I'd definitely say Connor, coming in with 500 DPM, 16k damage. Slab as well with 53 to 21 is heavy.
Yeah, certainly good. He was certainly doing a very good job of protecting his men most of the time. Obviously, the Scout got in on him a few times, and the Spy as well. He was just he made that wall around the combo.
Access as well, coming up with 33 frags as well, 31 headshots.
Yeah,
We'll say though, Demo Knight, 9 kills with the katana.
I'm interested to see what would have happened if he was running Sticky.
Yeah.
I would love to see that game. You know, especially that second half. It was a lot closer that second half.
I definitely think that Demo Knight was one of the bigger upsets because he went 14 to 40 or 19 to 44.
Yeah.
And he was constantly DPM. Yeah, same with there was a lot of deaths, and Sync went 25 to 39 to Spy, so he was just constantly dying.
I will mention something here. Of we did say that Porcupine was dying a lot, but he was actually dying a lot when it mattered for his team. When they had the that they could push into last with. He only had 8 deaths.
But Tad was just dying a lot, and especially when he didn't need to.
Yeah,
21 deaths.
21 deaths compared to 8. And it really kind of shows how especially that offense is where Tad racked up a lot of his deaths.
Yeah.
Just also, kind of dying out of position non-stop.
Another thing I just noticed as well, the Pyre of Meow, 32 to 6 with 30 assists.
Yeah,
your Pyre is dying less than your Med as well.
Yeah, no, I mean, she definitely did a good job of just kind of staying alive around the medic. Probably needed to, tidy up a little bit on those Spy kills. Spy did get in a few times on the medic.
She did have 10 Spy frags, though.
Yeah, no, definitely. Did a good job for the most part. There were just a few key times where the Spy did get in. And yeah, that about wraps it up for the game. So, let me just quickly check something here. And, okay. So, to do that. And for the game, okay.
I think the highlight of the match, though, was definitely seeing the Demo Knight come in at the start on defense and dropping the med and then proceeding to kill 3 more people.
Yeah. No, definitely. And with that, we have our top 8 confirmed. So I'll start from the top, go down. So in first seed, we have Red Pandas going undefeated in maps throughout the season, only dropping 1 round in week 1. Atomic Affinity coming in second, only losing the game to Red Pandas at the start of the season. You've got Aim on Point in third. And it's actually a 3-way tiebreaker for third, but they're all on 5 wins. But Aim on Point seeds third, Crippled Airlines seeds fourth, with Sanctum seeding fifth. Then you've got a massive tiebreaker from 6th to 12th, all teams on 4 wins. But the tiebreaker for that ends in 7-11, ending in 6th, 6bow in 7th, and 2K Dave actually winning their game tonight against X-Frags, put them into that 8th spot, wrapping out the top 8. And yeah, so that will be starting, I believe it's next week. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe the playoffs are starting next week or the week after.
Yes, not next week, but the week after.
Week after, yeah. There is a 1 week
break.
Yep. So there's a 1 week break between playoffs. So no one will have any games next week. Everyone can chill out, enjoy the plethora of games that come out next week, which I'm personally a little excited for. But everyone gets a week off. Then we go right into playoffs with a lot of games happening. And just for those who maybe looked at it at the start of the season, didn't check it later on, there has been a change in the way that playoffs are going to be run. From the beginning of the season, the schedule is a little bit different. I believe so. For the first week, everyone will play 1 game. And basically, after the first week, if you are in the lower bracket, you will be playing in the latter half of the week, where you'll have the upper bracket games taking place between Monday and Wednesday, and then you'll have the lower bracket games taking place between Thursday and Saturday. We're opening up Saturday so that way both groups get 3 days to play. And any team that is eliminated in a week, so say for example in week 2 of playoffs, the upper round will be played Monday to Wednesday. If you lose and get put into the lower bracket round 2, you will play on that Thursday to Saturday. And then you will continue playing the Thursday to Saturday slot going forward. But no more news will be announced on the exact specifics of that during the next week, so that way the people who are in playoffs know what's going on. But yeah, that's really all there is for the night. It was a good game overall. Saturday's for the boys coming out on top. Do you have any final thoughts, Eternal?
No, that's just about it.
It's good. Okay, well, we'll leave you there. There certainly will be more casts for the playoffs. We'll be getting a fair few lower game matches in, as well as, we'll probably follow the upper bracket quite a bit, find some of the interesting games in there. And yeah, thank you everyone for coming out. Sorry about the delays for anyone who stuck around through it all. Thank you very much. Hoping we can clean this up come the playoffs while we're doing this stream during the regular season. And yeah, we will join you next time for the next game in the playoffs of the Respawn League.
Giving up, letting go. Times we might feel compelled. Looking down from the heights that we have built all by ourselves. And there is fear of the unknown, but we cannot lose control. When we feel like the world is against us. Do we go is a question to ask. There are so many choices that it's hard not